I'm putting this little video today at the front of our week 4 Fox Cub Quilt-Along because today, November 25th, is Black Friday. So it's so special because it's falling on one of our Fox Cub Quilt-Along days. So if you haven't already grabbed your patterns or you've had your eyes on other patterns, perhaps the sweater season sew along that's starting in January, or any other patterns in the shop, today is the day to go. So head over to besewinspired.com. Head over to the shop, sign up for the sew along, spend some time, enjoy yourself on the site. There's lots to see. Look under fabric collections, go under the shop, and grab your patterns today. And you can join me right away for the quilt along. Week 4 of the Fox Cub Quilt Along. Here we go. Hello, friends, and welcome. It's Friday. Friday, November 25th already. Oh my goodness, where is the month going? So happy that you are here. Today is Friday and it's week 4 of the Fox Cub Quilt Along. Today is the border. So first of all, I just want to welcome you. If it's your first time here, welcome. You can watch back any of the videos that you want. You can sign up for the free quilt along on the Be So Inspired website under fabric collections. And this is supporting Forest Friends fabric. So just look under Forest Friends and you'll find it there. If you want to grab the pattern, you can go to the Be So Inspired shop and get the PDF, or you can ask your local quilt shop to carry the paper pattern, and the paper pattern is available for wholesalers through Checkers and through Riley Blake. So Fox Cub Quilt Along week 4. Today is the pieced border assembly. So if you're this far with me here, the piece border assembly, don't get scared by it. It's just easy chain piecing. But before we begin, let's just recap from last week. So your homework last week was to piece the center block of your fox quilt here, and just the inner borders. So that was what we were working about last week. If you missed that video, we talked about half square rectangles and a couple of the tricks and tips for that. So I pieced mine, and here it is. So cute. Oh my goodness. It's so cute. I want a fox in all the colors now. So I did do the black feet. I decided to go the black feet instead of the socks. I wanted the socks, but my 12-year-old daughter, who I'm making this for, really wanted the fox feet. So we went fox feet since it's going to be her quilt, but I might have to make another now for mommy with the little sock feet, the knitted sock feet. So if somebody does make one, please tag me because I need to see it. So the piece is all together. Everything worked out really fun again. So I'm hoping that you guys all had a great time piecing it the way the instructions are written, that it's in chain piecing. And this is my wonderful tracks print that I was telling you I loved so much. That, look, you can still see the tracks come through even though it's all pieced. So I really, oh my goodness, I just love how it's turning out here. I'll just show you again. It's just adorable. So it's multi-directional, but it has tracks through it. So I'm really smitten with it. I hope you are too. And oops, sorry, I hope you're doing well. Today is the pieced border. So it's starting on page 10 of the instructions. At the top, it gives a little designer's note, and it says if you want to do a solid border, maybe you want to use like the main print there with the trail running through it, or maybe you have a different print in mind that you want to use. The instructions for it, you go straight to page 14, and the instructions are right there for it. But if you're going to do the pieced border, we're just going to talk through it a little bit today. It is, don't be scared by it. It's just a lot of flying geese, but it's, I don't know about you, but I love chain piecing. So it's written that you just cut everything out. You decide color 1, 2, 3, and 4. The only one that has a little bit more is print 2. You'll use a little bit more of print 2. So on my quilt, I'm going to have the print 2 as like this darker, but I want to use more fabrics, like not the ones that are in this quilt right now. So I'm choosing these. I'm going to do this as print 1. So I'm getting that print in there still. This is going to be my print too. So it's the darker teal, so it's going to match that background here. But this is the knit print. So it looks like that. Yeah. And then print 3 is actually the background, the same that I used for background, but in the ice colorway. So it has those little paw prints going through it again. So I'm going to use that for 3. And then this one here is called Stars Night. I should know what my fabrics are called. I'm going to use that one for the 4 prints. So I think they're going to look really good together. I guess we'll find out next week when we sew it all together. So it's flying geese. It's stitch and flip. So it's you just cut out your squares, you do a stitch and flip, and then you just have to be aware of your layout. So you just lay them out in blocks of 4, and you sew them in blocks of 4, and then you repeat those 4. So you can just chain piece these 4 flying geese. It actually ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flying geese because you have the tail on one and the tip on this side. So you end up piecing 5 flying geese together, and then you just keep repeating those 5 flying geese, and it'll tell you how many times, and it'll tell you all of that in the pattern here. So it'll just show you how, and then you assemble it into a long strip like this and sew it onto your border. The corners of the quilt so that one is my older version before the pattern was written. That was my Quilt Market version. The corners we made easy for you here. And they have this, it's a HST, a half square triangle on the corners, and they just join in with those little side borders. So it's going to be really, really beautiful. Lots of straight sewing there and lots of HSTs. So I know you can do it. It'll just be a little bit of time of relaxing and meditating. I love chain piecing. What do you think about chain piecing? I love chain piecing because I'm a really busy person, and it gives me a chance to be still in my thoughts for a minute because my hands are still busy, but because it is repetitive, then it's almost meditative because my brain can just kind of wander. And I find it's actually one of the times that I find myself maybe coming up with my best ideas, being the most creative, and because I'm focused on something, but I'm also just a little bit relaxed into that and not using like all of the brain power. Once you've got your one set done, you can just chain piece. So I actually find it very therapeutic, and I don't think I chain piece enough. So you're welcome for giving you some chain piecing this week. Some therapy, and yeah, just take an hour or 2 and enjoy it. Maybe put your favorite podcast on, and you can really like listen and learn and grow, or some great music, or maybe you'll catch up on Be So Inspired videos while you're chain piecing. That would be fun too. So this week is the piece border, and then next week when we come back, it's December 2nd, and we're doing the assembling it all together and just finishing it up, talking about quilting. So you don't need to put your borders together on it yet. You can just piece the borders, and then next week we'll talk about all the ways to finish it. And if anybody's going to be long arming it, if you are going to long arm your quilt, I do want to do a little reminder. If you are sending it to a long armor and you want it done before the holiday season, which is fast approaching, I would call now and see if you can get your spot in there. Sometimes they close the doors and say, we don't have room to do any more quilts before this date, before the holidays. So if you want this as a holiday quilt and you're hoping to get it long armed elsewhere, then I would suggest booking your spot already. And if you're going to quilt it yourself, then we can talk about different ways to do that as well. I have my own long arm machine here too, so I think I know which pantograph I want to use, but sometimes the quilt tells me once it's all together. So on this one, I use a kind of a cute like fur one, which I'll show you next week, but I'm thinking about maybe pause on this. So we'll just find out. Maybe we'll take some votes. So I need you here next week to take votes. So thank you so much again. I would just really encourage you, if you haven't already, to sign up for the Be So Inspired newsletter, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It means so much. These videos for the sew-alongs and quilt-alongs are meant as a check-in, as an inspiration, as a time to kind of regroup, find out where you're at, and get inspired to do sort of the next week. The tips and tricks that we really want to focus on happen in these videos. And if you want more detail, we'll need you to sign up for the Quilt-Along so that you'll get them in the newsletter as well. And you'll also get a link to the videos and any posts that happen and any downloads that happen as well. So great to have you here. This video is going to be short and sweet this Friday. And I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Happy sewing to everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.